You know, I'm often asked what it is I do. I re-engineer how people think and feel. I need to live by example. So I need to live by my teachings. We're about to enter a phase with 5 companies that are going from 7-figure business to 8-figure businesses, and people ask me, what was it you initially did? I would use a term called universal quantifiers. It's where people live in their head with a story. And what I do when people first come to me is I'll ask them, when they sit in the chair, I'll say to them, where's right now? And I'll go very quiet, and they'll pay attention, and they'll look around them, and they'll go, I think it's here. And I'll say, what time is it? And they'll say, it's 2:24. I'll say, well, it's 2:24 yesterday. And they'll look behind them, and they'll kind of point to it. And then I'll pause, and I'll look ahead, and I'll go, well, it's 2:24 tomorrow. Then they struggle. Then I say, well, it's 2:24 next week. Well, it's 2:24 in a month's time. Can we go as far as 2:24 in a year's time? And what you find based upon people's experiences and how the nervous system functions, they pay more attention to the present and they will pay more attention to the past, and it's the past that gives them the predictable future. Then Stevie Kidd turns up and re-engineers how you think and feel. Now I get a real reward out of this when I get access to a lot of people within the organisation, because if I can then create awareness with a lot of people in the business of how what's called universal quantifiers, everybody, every time, 100% all the time that happens, and they use their words, it traps them in a distortion maybe within their head. And it's my job to say, can you remember a time when it wasn't always? And they go, yes. And I say, but you're using always as a universal quantifier. So what I do is I strip the language bare, and then I ask them to give themselves permission if they can go to the future of the ultimate goal, and can you tell me what that looks like? And when they do that, there's no universal quantifiers. It's absolutely bathing themselves in sensory language of what that feels like, what they see, what they hear, what they feel. And then I create awareness that they don't use any of the universal quantifiers. In fact, they've given themselves permission to go into the future. Remember when I asked them, where's now, where's yesterday, where's all the tomorrows? But because of how I've framed it, I've given themselves permission to go and experience it through sensory language. So look at the post below. The thing that would change for you, these companies are going to 8 figures, and I put it down to how they use language. Because we change how they think, and we change how they feel, and we change how they use words that empower them more to execute the story that is the future that they want to have. So what would change for you, engaging in the pathway, when we re-engineered how you think and felt and gave you a new program, but we also developed you to understand neurology. Have a good Sunday.